How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions while you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. Why can't you hear a psychiatrist using the bathroom? Because the P is silent. Not too bad. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN, which ended up having another green day, showing strength inside of the market. But they also came out with a big time update that I can't wait to share with you guys. So I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the big time update for ocugen, and yes, this has nothing to do with covaxin. And then secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and more moves that we want to look forward to in this stock. And then afterwards, going on Fintel, we're going to be taking a look at the recent short interest information. And then afterwards, taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, are institutions continuing to load up on shares? And we can see this through the large scale orders. And then when all of that is done, we'll be jumping into the final thoughts. So let's get to it. So let's go over the recent update from Ocugen's Twitter. So in preclinical results published in Gene Therapy SN, OCU400 demonstrated improved vision signals in the retina. Toxicity studies are in progress, and we are on track to file our IND in 2H21. For more information on this study, visit OCU400. And then when we open it up, the results of this study illustrate that the attenuation of disease outcomes caused by mutations in different genes can be achieved with a single modifier gene. And if you guys have forgot, the main core of ocugen is helping to cure blindness using gene therapies. And of course, this is through disease, the blindness being caused. So keeping this in mind, it's great to see they are making strides and we're seeing progress in that particular area, because I know they are also busy with covaxin and so on. So now let's get to the rest of the other parts of the video, which will be the technical analysis. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $8.12, being up 3.31%. On the low, it tested $7.90, and then on the high, testing $8.37. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see here it tested 15.751 million in volume, and as far as for the average volume over 10 trading days, being at 14.93 million. So we had above average volume on the day, and of course we ended up seeing appreciation in the stock price. So the chart that we're actually using is the 1-year daily chart. When we take a look at the RSI down below, right around 60.38, so of course it is in the overbought territory. Now, if we take a look at the indicators on our chart, of course, we continue to have strength above the 200-day. We also have strength above the 21-day EMA, and we also have strength above the 100-day, being at $8, and we closed at $8.12. So this is definitely great to see. So what we want to look forward to, we want to see some more moves to the upside. We ended up testing 837 on the day, so the next level to look out for be right here around 850. If we can get past this 850 level, then the next move I want to see is going to around $9. And if we pass $9, I'm looking forward to seeing that momentum going to 10. Of course, at $10, there's going to be a lot of profit taking. This is a psychological area. OCGN being inside of the double digits. So we'd have to have a lot of volume and a lot of buying pressure coming through the stock so we can look forward to making that move. So just keep that in mind. You're going to be seeing a lot of volatility in this area, and don't be surprised if it does pull back. As far as for anyone looking to get into a position from what we could see right now, hey, you're not getting any recommendations from me whatsoever, because we've been loading up when it was in the $6 range, and we've been enjoying the run, taking profits and so forth, and still holding shares to ride the run up even further. So this is why I was saying Keep an eye on that 850 area, and then once we get to 9, there might be some selling pressure here, but then we're going to be looking forward to making that move to 10. So let's see how the rest of this week turns out. Now we're going to take a look at the short interest information for OCGN. So as we scroll down on the page, short shares availability is at 650,000 updated 3 minutes ago. And as far as for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 8.08%. As we scroll down further, taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see from last week, Friday, it was at 44.28. And then on the Thursday, it was at 44.66. So it's going to be very interesting since the price has been going up. Is the short interest going to increase in regards to the volume ratio? So we're going to have to be patient, see what those numbers are later on inside of the evening. But of course, OCGN continues to have short squeeze potential. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we can see here on the inflow, it was at 26.42. And then on the outflow, it was at 31.74. We have 0 on the large for both. On the medium, we have 17.70. And then on the small, we have 8.72. Now, on the outflow side, on the medium, we had 20.63, and then on the small, we had 11.11, and keep in mind, this is in the millions. When we take a look at the large-scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see for today, August the 9th, we had 0, but of course, last week, we had that big outflow day, which we covered, but we did have inflow days on the 5th, and as well as on the 3rd. So why did OCGN being up on the day and taking a look at the order flow being mostly on the outflow side, the way it explains it is that there are many who are holding shares. And I know they were holding shares in regards to anticipation. We're supposed to get an update from who, so please keep this in mind. So even though there's a lot of selling, there's also people who are buying on the other end, and as well for those who are holding shares. So that just explains that, but do know there's going to be a good amount of volatility, especially the conditions inside of the market. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, there's a lot to look forward to, especially leading up to whose decision in regards to the EUL. When we went on Fintel taking a look at the short interest information, OCGN does continue to have short squeeze potential. So this is great to hear. So if we end up getting a big catalyst that is coming through, of course, we could see some strong moves to the upside. But one thing I'm happy about, it's great to see OCGN being in that $8 range, and I know you guys are just excited as much. For anyone that might have some short-term goals, you're going in with some swings or some trades and so on, you need to know what your profit targets are. I keep getting it inside of the comments, so should I sell now or when should I sell? That is not my decision to make. You already know what your cost is, and you just want to make sure that you're protecting your profits, and you need to take responsibility for this. And then on top of that, we went over the update in regards to OCU400. The core business is to come up with gene therapies for curing blindness. And the matter of the fact is, as far as operations are concerned, they're still focused on this strategy. We know they have a cash position, and we also do know they are busy as far as getting the launch ready for covaxin as well. But it's great, especially if you are a shareholder or you believe in the long-term prospects. OCGN continues to remain on track, and what more can you really ask for? And in regards to H.C. Wainwright, which are one of the analysts, they have their price target set at $10 a share. Do keep in mind, from that analyst price target at $10 a share, it wasn't too long ago when they did a direct offering at $10 a share where a lot of institutions were paying at that particular price. And this is why you're hearing a lot of places are saying, hey, OCGN can go to $10, which is a very strong possibility. But do keep in mind all of that volatility, especially conditions inside of the market. And of course, depending on how that WHO decision is, or if we get any updates before the midweek of August, like they were saying, then this price action could definitely get very volatile. And I want to make sure you guys are prepared for that. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.